Well, hello and a good evening and welcome back to the 19. I have both the team's captains with me, Dr. Vamshi from Team Tigons, and from Top Guns, it's Dr. Mukhtar. Well, it's Team Tigons who's going to spin the coin now. Tails is the call from Top Guns.
Tails.
Tails it is.
What have you decided?
We have decided to bat first.
Any particular reason?
No, last match it was a good pitch, batting pitch. This time also we are hoping that the pitch will play the same. We want to put a handsome total and try to restrict them early.
Changes in your squad?
I think Asif Ali is missing, and only Asif Ali is missing. In place of him, Dr. Imran.
All the best.
Have to decide if you want to pass.
You would have batted.
What's your plan after the first?
We are cornered, so we'll do what we should do. Any changes? Yeah, myself.
That's it. Team Top Guns have 1 and they have decided to bat first. We'll be right back with an action. Thank you.
So 10 minutes.
10 minutes.
Well, hello and good evening. A warm welcome to the Hospital Premier League Season 10, match number 19. It's Top Guns who's taking on Team Tigons. Both the openers of Top Guns Cricket Club, Dr. Amir Hashmi and Dr. Wasim Akram, makes their way to face the brand new HPL ball. Well, starts off with a spin. It's Vishnuvardhan who's going to bowl the first over. Starts with a couple of runs. Well, 8 overs have been well, Top Guns Cricket Club has scored 8 with no loss in the first over. That was right on the slot in the air. That goes to the fence. A first maximum coming right at the second over from the bat of Amir. Was a lovely shot there. That was right on the slot. Just open the bat's face. Over the bowler's head. That goes to the fence. First maximum comes from the bat of Amir for the Top Guns. Catches the call. He's walking. Amir is walking. Might be that hit him on the wrist if I'm not wrong. Well, he's walking. Yasin strikes early. After that maximum, he gets his man. Well, first wicket falls for Top Guns. It's Amir who has to walk back. An early breakthrough. Yasin brings an early breakthrough for Top Guns. It's Dr. Hashmi who has to walk back. 8 of 8 balls. Right in the second over. From round the wicket, Yasin is bowling. He tries for a defense, nevertheless, bounce on up and straight away the man walks away. Well, in comes the new batter, number 3, Imad Khan. Tries to drive it over covers, and nevertheless a dot ball straight into the hands of keeper. Couple of dot balls for him. As we can see, pumped up in the bowling side. Just a run and a maximum in this over by Yasin. So far a wicket too, wide way far away from the outside off stump line. Up in the air, catches the call. Falls in a no man's vacant area for a single. Well, 9 runs coming off that over and a wicket too by Yasin. It's 17 with the loss of 1 after 2 overs. Cuts it beautifully. A half-hearted stop there from the point fielder. Just touching his hand by the way, and goes for a single, which brings Imad Khan, which brings Wasim Akram into the strike for Sai Mohan's first over. As I've seen Sai Mohan couple of times, he's bowled beautifully there. Once again catches the call. That is what he can make. He brings wickets early time. It's Wasim Akram who has to walk back. Just a single run for his name. A second wicket falls for Top Guns. Team Tigons are on a song there. They are in a driving seat. Has picked a couple of wickets right in the power play itself. Now Top Guns have lost in the second wicket too. Both the openers back to the hunt. Now it's 18 with the loss of 2. We are in the third over, which brings a captain, if I'm not wrong, in at number 4 to take all the responsibilities for his team. Mukhtar, the man, over 2,000, nearly touching 3,000 runs. Captain to take all the responsibilities of Top Guns have lost a couple of wickets early on, just 3 overs itself. We are in the third over. They've lost a couple of wickets. Both the openers are back to the pavilion now, which brings Dr. Mukhtar with over 2,500 runs under his belt. It was a lovely diving effort. We can see from short third-man fielder putting blood and sweat onto the field to save all those runs, which matters in the chase for them. I think he's well and sounds good, if I'm not wrong, with that diving effort. Yes, man, he is fine and well to face all the 20 overs so far in the first innings. A hint of swing, as we can see from Sai Mohan. Good stride, beautiful jump, nice follow through. That man, Sai Mohan, has already picked a wicket, and he has bowled just 3 deliveries so far. Picked a wicket and just given a single. Well, picking up wickets is what Sai Mohan can do for his team. Now Mukhtar, captain, to face Sai Mohan there. Just a well defended delivery by Mukhtar, as we can see. Hasn't opened his account so far. Played 3 deliveries so far in Sai Mohan's first over. Well, a dot ball in the end, just a single and just a couple of runs and a wicket for Sai Mohan. As we can see, it's 19 with the loss of 2 after 3 overs. Well, it's 19 with the loss of 2 after 3 overs. Mukhtar hasn't opened his account so far. On 0, played 4 deliveries so far. Lovely over comes to an end. Sai Mohan gives a couple of runs and picks a wicket early on. Well, it's Yasin to continue. Also, this man picked a wicket in his very first over. Both the batters are the openers. Has given 9 runs and nevertheless picked a wicket. So, which brings a lovely over for him, and so does the team too. Steps out this time, not from the middle of the bat, but nevertheless, if that races to the boundary, lovely football skills there, a beautiful stop, pull the ball straight into the game. Couple of runs saved by that man at a short mid wicket. In fact, wide long on, as we can see, Shiva there, he makes no mistake there, through the ball with his football skills. Cricket plus football, save more runs made. Once again, steps out. Tries to go over the fence and nevertheless straight into the hands of keeper. Down the ground this time. As I've seen a couple of times, Imad Khan is dancing down the ground, but tries to negotiate that swing, if I'm not wrong there. As I've mentioned early on, right in the first over itself, a hint of swing, as we can see from both these bowlers, Yasin and Sai Mohan so far. That kept a little pretty low. Brand new HPL ball kept pretty low. Straight into the hands of keeper once again. A couple of dot balls. Catches the call. A deliberate effort from the man at covers. Right from the middle of the bat, and first boundary for Imad Khan comes right from the middle of the bat. This time he makes no mistake there. Catches the call. That was slightly into the hands of the fielder at covers, but nevertheless that goes to the fence. A beautiful shot from this man, Imad Khan. And with that boundary, he gets 8, playing with 8 balls. A counter attack is what we can see from this man, Imad Khan. As we can see, bowlers swinging in and out, nevertheless, dancing shoes gets Imad Khan a boundary from the middle of the bat. Wide mid-on in an action, just a single there, which brings the captain into the crease, into the striking end. Mukhtar to face the last ball of the 4th over. Half-hearted appeal from the bowler, but nevertheless in the end getting a dot, which Mukhtar has played 5 deliveries, hasn't opened his account so far. Well, a dot ball to finish the over. 26 with a loss of 2. Well, an early change in the bowling, which brings Vishnuvardhan for his second over, has given 3 runs so far in that very first over which he has bowled. Now for the 5th over, it's Vishnuvardhan. Right on the back foot, Imad Khan played with the spin. Beautiful execution at the vacant area. Second boundary for this man. Slightly hint off the turn and bounce, and nevertheless he comes right onto the back foot. Beautiful shot to the deep extra cover. Protection for this man at wide long on, and so does deep covers. He gets a boundary no matter what. He's using the field setup beautifully there, and so does the power play too. Well, pulling his length pretty decently, Vishnuvardhan, after that boundary. Not giving the room for the batter to cut it. Bowling straight to the wickets, targeting the wickets. The turned hugely, beaten by batter, and so does the keeper too. Well, a couple of runs for this man, Imad Khan there. And raised, which means a bye signal by umpire. Appeal from Vishnuvardhan. And nevertheless, that was a half-hearted appeal too. He even knows that was going outside the leg stump. A beautiful turn. Batsmen are trying something new there. Not from the middle of the bat. Accepts with both his hands. A couple of runs to finish the over. Well, 34 with the loss of 2 after 5 overs. Well, Sai Mohan to continue, as we can see a triangle spell by Dr. Vamshi, the captain of Team Tigons. Bowling with the plan, bowling 3 bowlers in a power play. Now Sai Mohan for the second over. Mukhtar to be faced there. Starts with a dot ball in the end. Hasn't opened his account. Has played almost 6 deliveries. Well, counted 7, made 7 deliveries so far. This man hasn't opened his account. What is happening there for Mukhtar? And also a credit to bowler Simon, bowling beautifully right at the outside off stump line. Teasing deliveries for Mukhtar. This time steps slightly out of the crease, gets a single. Well, finally he gets off the mark at the 8th delivery he has faced so far, which brings Imad Khan to face Sai Mohan for the 3 deliveries of the power play's last over. Steps out this time, right from the middle of the bat. Protection there. Mid-off fielder in action, gets only a single. Well, straight into the hands of that man. One bounce. The strike rotation is what important too. Nevertheless, Top Guns Cricket Club have lost a couple of wickets early on. They've need a partnership to build this first innings beautifully. Huge call from the non-striker Imad Khan, an early call. Without hesitation, Imad Khan says no. A huge shout from the non-striker's end, as we can hear right everywhere in the ground too. Well, last ball of the power play. Driven there, driven beautifully. Protection there. Also a quick throw from that man at sweeper. Well, single to finish the power play. It's 37 with the loss of 2. Power play has been done and dusted for Top Guns Cricket Club. Lost a couple of wickets, but 37 on the board. A mixed result for Top Guns Cricket Club. From now on, they need a partnership to get Top Guns into a comfortable zone. Well, a new bowler straight after the power play. It's Dheeraj Verma. Beautiful cut shot from Mukhtar. Right at the point. That hit him on the toe, if I'm not wrong, for the point fielder. In a slight pain, if I can see there, which gets a single. Cuts comfortably, catches the call. The ball races to the fence. Well, a third boundary for this man, Imad Khan. He's on a song there. Over. Beautiful shot. Well, 3-3 for this man, Imad Khan. Over 117 is what his strike rate is in this inning so far. Right on the back foot. Cuts comfortably. A bread and butter shot for him. Way far away down the leg stump, onto the pads, way far away from the batter, which gets a wide. Dheeraj Verma on the back foot. 2 is the call. Gets a single in the end comfortably. Well, wide long on in action. As we can see, a spreaded field, wide long on. Sweeper, wide mid off. A quick running between the wickets from Mukhtar and Imad Khan. Well, stealing those singles and putting pressure onto the bowlers, respecting those deliveries by the bowler Dheeraj Verma. A couple of balls to finish the 7th over. Right on the back foot. pulls and pulls comfortably. That was from the middle of the bat. I can hear the sound. Beautiful shot from this man. He's playing in another universe, I can say. Slight hesitation from this man, Imad Khan, for the short ball. But nevertheless, he'll accept the result which he has got in that ball. Well, 4 boundaries for this man already. Quarter runs under his name. 25 of just 19 deliveries. Last ball of the 7th over by Dheeraj Verma. Good leave, nice presence of mind from this man. Left all and on straight into the hands of keeper. So from now on, Top Guns Cricket Club need a partnership at least for 15 overs. 150, 160 is what they've been targeting after that couple of wickets early on. So buys a signal by umpire which brings to end of the over. It's a 51 with the loss of 2 after 7 overs. 14 runs coming straight away in that over of Dheeraj Verma. Well, Shiva to continue for the 8th over. New bowler into the attack. It's Shiva from the KAMADENU States end. Starts with a dot. Starts with a single, in fact. Mukhtar on strike. Just a short arm jab. Gets a single once again. A couple of runs to start by Shiva. And that race to the boundary. This man, Imad Khan, as I've mentioned early on. Beautiful execution from this man. Standing in the popping crease very deeply. Just a flick of the wrist. A couple of bounces and that goes to the fence. Beautiful execution from this man. 5 boundaries already. In 22 deliveries. He gets a paper score of 30. Of just 22 deliveries. Just a flick of the wrist. And that goes to the fence. Beautiful execution from this man, Imad. Cowards driven beautifully. Slide in the air. Balls races to the boundary. A sloppy fielding as we can see from the man at long off. Where he couldn't stop the ball. Powerful shot there. Well, he's on a song. Imad. Beautiful batting display from this man right from the middle of the bat. He's scoring over 150 is what his strike rate is. Beautiful execution of cricket from Top Guns Cricket Club, Imad Khan. He's showing all his talent and experience.
So 12 runs are coming straight away of Shiva's first over, which brings 63 with the loss of 2 for Top Guns Cricket Club. Well, a new bowler Vamshi to continue, spin straight away for Mukhtar and Imad, Top Guns batters so far. Promising start from these two batters. That kept low, tries for a leg spin. Well, so far Mukhtar has played 16 deliveries, gets only 7 runs from his bat. He's trying to take some time and accelerate the things, while Imad Khan is blowing some fireworks right from the middle of the bat. The very first ball he has faced. Well, straight into the hands of keeper. Thought it's a white ball. Nevertheless, credit to the bowler. Spinner executions it beautifully, giving the flight what the ball is required. Teasing deliveries from Vamshi. Well, respecting those good balls from Vamshi, converting those into the singles. Is what Top Guns required. Partnership. Appeal straight away. Nevertheless, was going out, if I'm not wrong, as we can see. Well, protection at a deep mid wicket. So just 3 runs coming off that over by Vamshi. Beautiful over comes to an end. 66 with the loss of 2 after 9 overs. Top Guns Cricket Club. Well, that brings Captain Vamshi, the man, straight into the crease, into the attack. Well, starts with a wicket, first ball wicket. The change in a bowling spell gets a reward for this man. Captain of Team Tigons, straight into the crease, starts with a wicket. Beautiful execution from this man. Third wicket falls for Top Guns. It's Mukhtar who has to walk back. 19 balls, 8 runs he has scored so far. Not a promising start, what he is decided, but nevertheless, he has to walk back. Well, this was his slow innings so far in Hospital Premier League. And captain to captain, Team Tigon's captain, Vamshi strikes. Slower in the air, right onto the stumps, hitting the stumps, plumb in front. Well, third wicket falls for Top Guns Cricket Club with 66 with the loss of 3. And we are in the 10th over. The last over from KAMADENU is at end. In comes the new batter. It's Asif. Just touching 1,000 runs for his name with a decent average, 25. To join Imad Khan, who's been a promising player for Top Guns Cricket Club so far in this innings. 26-36 is what he's batting on. New batter Asif to face the captain of Team Tigons, Vamshi N. Well, 111 wickets for this man. 4 for 20. His career best so far.
The reason behind those all wickets is the execution and the plan from that man, Vamshi. First ball wicket for that man starts with a single, followed by Asif straight away. Gets off the mark. Now Vimad Khan is continuing his aggressive innings, which is exactly what Top Guns needed. They want runs in a quick succession. Cuts it comfortably. No need to run, mate. Save your legs. That goes to the fence. Beautiful execution. Slowly that goes to the fence. Asif's first boundary. At the very second ball he has faced. Smiles on his face. That was a bread and butter for him, Asif. Way far away from the outside off stump. Cuts comfortably for Asif. Well, first boundary for him, and so does Top Guns Cricket Club's. Well, 7 runs and a wicket for Vamshi. So dot ball to finish the over, 73 with the loss of 3, and it's time for drinks. Well, Shiva to continue straight away from the credit buzz end. He goes for a lofted shot. Asif straight into the hands of keeper there. Dot ball to start the action from the credit buzz end. Well, a couple of dot balls from Shiva, as we can see, hitting those hard lens right at the first over from credit buzz end. Beautiful execution of bowling display from this man, Shiva. Straight batted defense, single, nice running between the wickets by these two batters, Imad and Asif, so far complementing each other's. Well, it's Imad Khan to face the first ball from the credit buzz end. An aggressive intent from this man straight away. As we can see right from the ball one, he is on a mood of hitting each and every ball, not even thinking twice. The situation, this is what exactly what Top Guns Cricket Club need. They need quick runs, which is what Imad Khan is up to. He's delivering those runs. Right on the back foot, slightly in the air, catches the call, falls short, and no man's vacant area. Beautiful running between the wickets by these two batters. Extraordinary piece of cricket from this man of Top Guns Cricket Club, Imad and Asif. Well, so far Shiva is pulling his length to restrict those singles and boundaries. Was being top notch in the second over from the credit buzz end. Sloppy fielding which allows to steal a second run there. So 6 runs coming off that over by Shiva. 79 with a loss of 3 after 11 overs. Well, for the second over from credit buzz, it's Vishnuvardhan who's bowling. Was being too good so far. This man, couple of overs have been bowled. The very first over and so does the 8th over from this man. Has given just 9 runs, under 5 is what his economy is. Starts with a dot ball. Imad Khan tries to sweep it at the vacant square leg area, but gets a dot ball nevertheless. Steps out this time, catches the call, just touching the fingers of Vishnuvardhan, which cuts the speed of the ball. So single, which brings Asif onto the strike to face Vishnuvardhan for 4 deliveries of the third over by Vishnu. Beautiful turn, beautifully played, beautifully bowled. This man, Vishnuvardhan, quite promising bowler and most trusted bowler for Team Tigon so far. This man is bowling under 4, under 5 is what he's doing. A quicker one. An arm ball in an action, gets a single in the end. Asif quite comfortably gets a single. Beautiful variations as we can see from this man, Vishnuvardhan. Great for him. He's bowling right to the plan, not giving those singles and boundaries. Teasing delivery, takes in a full toss way. Dancing shoes on, down the ground for a single. Protection there at cow corner. There's 3 runs once again in the 3rd over of this man. Has lot of experience in the bowling, as we can see. Once again, played with turn, catches the call. Mid-wicket fielder under it. Beautiful catch. A simple catch straight into the hands of Sai Mohan, the man at deep mid-wicket. Well, Vishnuvardhan straight into the wickets column. He gets Asif. 4th wicket falls for Top Guns Cricket Club. 82 for 4. It's Sai Mohan who's making no mistake there at a deep mid-wicket. Beautiful execution of bowling, as we can see. Played with the spin and nevertheless protection there. He's right into the plan. Vishnuvardhan, as I've mentioned early on. Well, a last ball wicket for him. So 12 runs has been given by Vishnuvardhan in the 3 overs which he has bowled, and a wicket too. 3 runs coming straight of that over and also a wicket. It's 82 with the loss of 4. Well, in at middle, it's Riyasat Ali. Just 650 under his name in this format so far, which bring which brings Vamshi to the attack. One over 7 runs and a wicket. Well, Imad Khan gets a boundary early on. The very first ball of Vamshi's over. Not the execution. He'll be not happy with that execution, but definitely happy with that result. Gets a boundary at the very first ball. As we can see, that ball slowly racing to the boundary, and that goes to the fence pretty slowly. A ball win the race, end of the day. Well, this man is on 44. A comfortable single followed by that boundary, which brings Riyasat, the new man, onto the crease. Well, a cut shot specialist chef Riyasat onto the crease to face Captain Vamshi. Picked a low full toss. Straight away runs for this man. Riyasat gets off the mark with a couple of runs. That was right from the middle of the bat. This man gets off the mark with a couple of runs. Up in the air, one bounce into the hands of the wide long off fielder. Good quick throw from that man, gets only a single in the end. Well, 46 for this man, Imad Khan. Quite innovative stance from Riyasat Ali, which making the bowler to trouble in the bowling line and length. Well, a single to finish the over. It's 92 with the loss of 4 after 13 overs. Shiva to continue from the credit buzz end. As I have mentioned early on, Riyasat has a signature shot, a cut shot from that man. That was his bread and butter. As we have displayed early on, he gets off the mark in Shiva's first ball of the third over. Starts with a cut, a late cut. It's off the mark, which brings Imad Khan onto the strike. Down the ground, powerful shot from the middle of the bat. Protection there. Well, singles is what they've been targeted on. Just a partnership for Top Guns Cricket Club to get into their death overs, 18, 19, 20. I've mentioned early on, beautiful cut shot there, a sloppy fielding, misfielding on action, slowly the ball goes to the fence. Well, he succeeded, Riyasat Ali. As I've mentioned early on, that was his bread and butter shot with a unique stance, just played onto the crease and onto the field. Waited for the ball to come into him. Used the bowler space to the fence. First boundary for Riyasat Ali. And with that boundary, I'd like to thank the title sponsors, KAMADENU Estates, and co-sponsored by Credit Buzz. And with all your efforts and your help, Hospital Premier League Season 10 is going in a beautiful crackers way. Appeal straight away. Umpire says no. And which gets a single up. So boundary followed by a single, leg by signal by umpire. Up in the air, catches the call, falls short in the vacant area, no man's land. So gets a single in the end. Well, fortune favors the brave, which brings 100 onto the board for Top Guns Cricket Club with that single. Akash, outside edge. 2 is the call. Gets a comfortable 2 in the end. So a couple of runs to finish the 14th over. 10 runs coming straight away of Shiva's third over. It's 102 with the loss of 4. Well, Vishnuvardhan strikes in his last over. He get the man. Imad Khan has to walk back. A promising innings comes to an end. 48 of just 38 deliveries. Imad Khan, he has to walk back. So half of the team of Top Guns Cricket Club back into the pavilion, which brings the new batter Abdullah Bilal with over 1300 runs. A pretty good average. Also a lovely strike rate from this man. Comes into the crease to join Riyasat Ali for the action of the last 6 overs. Down the ground, a powerful shot, and that races to the boundary. Well, he gets off the mark with a boundary in his style. A beautiful shot. Good piece of execution from Bilal. Swept and swept beautifully there at the vacant area. Couldn't stop the ball at the man at a wide long off. In fact, wide long on. Well, boundary at the very first ball by Bilal. This is what exactly what Top Guns Cricket Club is what needed. We are in the last over of Vishnuvardhan. Couple of wickets under his name. Just 16 runs has given so far. As I have mentioned, left-hand batters look more stylish while playing. No offense to the right-hand batters, but still left-hand batters just look more stylish than the right-hand batters so far. And with that stylish cut, he gets off the mark. Followed by a boundary there, which brings Riyasat Ali. Interesting stance from that man. Deep into the crease. Uses the feet. Square leg, a one-handed pickup there. Chance of run out. Beautiful throw. Lovely stop from the man at a short square leg. But nevertheless, good running between the wickets from Bilal and Riyasat Ali so far. Left and right combination for the last 5 overs in the action. Well, that was straight into the hands of Vishnuvardhan. Caught and bowled. Soft dismissal to dismiss Abdullah Bilal. Well, credit to the bowler Vishnuvardhan. He gets 3 wickets As we can see, a short third man in an action there. Given a flight, what the ball is actually wanted. A beautiful catch, extraordinary catch from that man, Vishnuvardhan, which leads to dismiss Abdullah Bilal. Early on, he gets off the mark. So 5 he has scored of just 3. Now the new batter to join with Riyasat Ali. It's Anup, the man in at number 7. It's 108 with the loss of 6. Well, in comes the new batter Anup to face the last ball of Vishnuvardhan's spell so far. With the ball, he's brilliant. Just given us 18 runs and 3 wickets has picked. Make it 19. Well, a last ball for him in his spell. He's been succeed each and every time when the ball is in his hands. Now last ball of his spell. Straight into the hands, one bounce straight into the hands of Vishnuvardhan. See off by Anup, as we can see. Well, dot ball to finish the over. 7 runs and a couple of wickets. Quite interesting over comes to an end of Vishnuvardhan. It's 109 with the loss of 6 after 15 overs. Vamshi into the attack for the 16th over. So spin both ways. As we can see, turn and bounce from each and every bowler. Quite experienced as they have played more matches with the white ball. Slightly steps out by Anup, but nevertheless followed beautifully by the bowler Vamshi. In the end, gets a single. So Anup off the mark with that single, sharp single. Now Riyasat to face Vamshi. As I have mentioned earlier on, cut shot, a specialist. He is a master in it, a chef. A beautiful execution from that man. Early call from this man Riyasat. Saved by not getting out in a run out way, but nevertheless Anup on strike once again. Quite interesting stance from Riyasat. They used the popping crease pretty decently, executed it really well. Couple is the call from Anup, and Riyasat gets into the popping crease beautifully. Cuts beautifully, and that goes to the fence. As I've mentioned earlier on, bread and butter for this man. Riyasat Ali, second boundary for him. So boundary to finish the over. 10 runs coming of 16th over. It's 119 with the loss of 6. So for the last 4 overs, Sai Mohan into the attack. Just using the popping crease, Anup gets a single comfortably. Protection there. Well, from now on, 150 is what they've been targeted. If I'm not wrong, Top Guns Cricket Club. Good presence of mind from Riyasat Ali. Early call just after the pumble by Sai Mohan. Gets a single. So dot balls converting into singles is what these guys have been targeted in the last 4 overs so far for the first innings of Top Guns Cricket Club. Tries to cut it in the vacant area, as there was no boundary rider at a point, a deep point, nevertheless into the hands of keeper. Well, I need to mention bowler Sai Mohan. This man has just given 7 runs and picked a wicket. Extraordinary bowling stuff from this man, as we can see. Beautiful stride. Well, dot ball once again. A lovely, beautiful stride. A nice jump. Good follow through. He is a promising bowler for Team Tigons. Good cricketer, as I need to mention. Just given 7 runs. He is in a 3rd over. Up in the air. Anup goes aerial. This time a fielder under it. Shiva. He makes no mistake. That was a beautiful catch. Nevertheless, I need to mention, well, Sai Mohan strikes his 2nd wicket into the wickets column. Couple of wickets under his name. Lovely execution of bowling. Just 2 runs and a wicket for Sai Mohan's 3rd over. It's 121 with a loss of 7. And Anup has to walk back. A short stay for him, which brings Manish to join Riyasat there. Well, Anup has to walk back. 3 runs under his name. 7 deliveries so far. That was right on the slot. Tries to hit. Hasn't timed it really well. He goes aerial. Shiva, the man at long on, makes no mistake. A simple, composed catch from that man, which brings a 7th wicket falls for 121 Top Guns Cricket Club. Now the new batter Manish to join Riyasat there in the non-striking end. We are in a final 3 overs of the first innings. Team Tigons and Team Top Guns Cricket Club. Well, firstly, Top Guns Cricket Club have won toss and opted to bat first, and not an early start which they've required, but nevertheless a couple of wickets in the power play itself. Now it's 121 with the loss of 7 after 17 overs. Well, Shiva to continue, but the man who took a beautiful catch to dismiss Anup early on in that over, just before, comes into the attack, not in the wickets column, but never though a promising bowler for Team Tigons, as they have a good bowling options. Vamshi, the captain, using all the bowling options beautifully. He's in his last over. Shiva just touching 9 runs per over, but nevertheless this man using all his experience to get dot balls and singles, so singles won't hurt them for Team Tigons. Just this time 2 is the call from the man Manish. Riyasat says hold on mate, and now let me hit. Well, so far just 2 runs from Shiva's last over. Well, this is what he's been thinking, to bowl lot more dot balls to put pressure on the batter Riyasat and Manish, the new man. Just a flat batter defense, chance of run out there, no backup in an action if I'm not wrong. Well, a single which brings Manish onto the strike to face the last ball of Shiva. He's given 30 runs. Nevertheless, will he get into the wicket column with this ball of his last ball spell? That was in the air, catches the call, deep mid wicket fielder under it, puts it down. The man there created those chances beautifully by Shiva, but nevertheless fielder at a deep mid wicket puts it down. Well, 5 runs of the 18th over. It's 126 with the loss of 7. Well, Sai Mohan with his last over and the 19th over, the crucial 19th over to be bowled by this man Sai Mohan. Starts with a single and inside edge. Nevertheless, this man is brilliant with the ball right from the ball one. Just given 8 runs and a couple of wickets for his name with the jersey number 9, Sai Mohan. Beautiful jump, beautiful follow through. Well, 2 is the call straight away from Manish. Good running between the wickets, chance of a run out, direct hit is what required, and nevertheless puts it down. Riyasat Ali racing to the non-striker center like a bull there. No damage done yet. A couple of runs for Manish. Each and every run counts for Top Guns Cricket Club now on. Just 11 deliveries to finish the first innings. Riyasat Ali, the set batsman in the non-striking end. Good shot down the ground, powerful shot. Sai Mohan stops it, a half-hearted stop. Gets a single which brings a crucial Riyasat Ali onto the strike. 23 of just 18 deliveries with 2 beautiful shots, a late cut and a cut shot. Specialist in them, Shaf in it if I need to mention. Akash in the air, just a flick of the wrist, Shiva under it, wide long off fielder. Has to run almost 45 yards, succeed stopping that ball. A beautiful throw in the end. Shiva on the screen as we can see, putting all his effort for his team, Team Tigons. Well, a couple of runs which brings Riyasat Ali to hold his strike once again for the last couple of balls of the 19th over. Cuts it to perfection. Protection there. Dheeraj Verma in fact. It's a single. Well, a last ball to finish the 19th over for Sai Mohan. This man to be faced by Manish in the striking end. And a dot ball to finish. The beautiful spell comes to an end. There's 14 runs and a couple of wickets. Well, it's 133 with the loss of 7 after 19 overs, which brings Riyasat Ali to face the last over. Well, for the last over, it's Yasin. And starts with a wide ball. Not warmed his body as he has bowled 2 couple of overs right in the power play itself. And with that bowling depth of Team Tigons, hasn't got an over yet. Now the last over to be bowled by Yasin now. Man on monitor. And he miss. You miss, I hit, says Yasin. Straight into the wickets. Dislocated it beautifully. Execution pretty well. Yasin strikes once again. A third wicket for him. It's the set batter Riyasat Ali who has to walk back. Exactly what Team Tigons are up to. It's Riyasat Ali who has to walk back with 26 runs, as we can see. Pretty decent line and length, hitting those length straight into the wickets. He gets his man, dislocates the stumps pretty easily, and Yasin gets his third wicket. Now that brings Abbas Kohli. It's 134 with the loss of 8 to face last 5 deliveries. It's Abbas. Once again a wide down the legs, trying something new. Yasin there. Change his line, change his angle too. Now he's coming over the wicket. Starts with a dot ball from over the wicket. His lucky side, if I'm not wrong. Couple of wides and a wicket, followed by a dot. Once again dislocates, and the stumps goes for a dance there. Abbas has to walk back. Yasin strikes once again. Third wicket for this man. Beautifully bowled. Specialist in bowling in the death overs, if I am not wrong. A nice piece of bowling. Mixing it up really well from this man, Yasin. And the 9th wicket falls. 135 with a loss of 9. It's Abbas who has to walk back without troubling the score. He goes for a duck there. As we can see, a beautiful line, as I've mentioned earlier, on a lucky side for that man, Yasin. Targeting those stumps pretty well. Hitting and the leg stump goes for a dance there. He gets his third wicket. In fact, a couple of wickets in this over itself. And the last batsman walks in. It's Harish to join Manish there. Harish and Manish for the 3 deliveries of the last over. 135 with the loss of 9. Harish on strike. Beautiful shot down the ground. 2 is the call. Good throw to Yasin there. Straight full throw. Gets a couple of runs. Well, he gets off the mark. Harish straight away, right from the middle of the MRF bat. So a couple of balls to finish the innings. Top Guns are on 137. Once again, a 2 is the call straight away. Good running between the wickets. Quick throw there. Keeper misses it. Drama, as we can see, a huge drama there. Short square leg fielder races to the ball. Couple of runs. Well, 4 runs in a couple of balls by Harish. These runs are most valuable runs for Top Guns. Right, last ball. Inside edge. not from the middle of the bat, and nevertheless, well, a single to finish the over. In fact, the first innings to 7 runs and a couple of wickets for Yasin, which brings 140 with a loss of 9 after 20 overs. Now Team Tigons need 141. We'll be right back with the chase.
Well, hello and welcome back with the chase. We have both the batters of Team Tigons, Akash and Deepak Kumar, to face Anup. The very first ball, the brand new white ball of Hospital Premier League, starts with a single. Akash, pretty sensitive start. He gets off the mark with that single, which brings Deepak to face the second ball of Anup. Well, he gets off the mark. Deepak Kumar, the straight drive of 2 runs on the board straight away. Flicks to perfection, and that goes to the fence. Well, first boundary for Akash and for Team Tigons too. Right from the middle of the bat, a comprehensive start from this man right in the very first over. That was right on the pads, a hint of swing there. Flicks beautifully there. Couple of bounces, that goes to the fence. Well, chase is on. The very first over by Anup. First boundary from Akash bat too. Appeal straight away. So dot ball to finish the over. It's 7 with no loss after first over. Well, now it's Harish coming from over the wicket. A pretty decent start. 3 wickets for 14 is what is best in the 20-over format game. Starts with a wide for Deepak Kumar. Open stance from him. Catches the call. One bounce into the hands of a mid-on fielder. Well, from the middle of the bat, in fact, he boosts his confidence with that ball.
A wavered line from Harish, as we can see right in the first over by him, to be shared with Anup, has bowled over early on the first over. Couple of wides by Harish, as we can see, way far away from the outside off stump, and so does the leg stump too. Well, he gets his line and length with that ball, hitting right to the stumps. Chance of run out from the keeping end. Striker sent a beautiful throw. Nevertheless, he be in the popping crease. Akash. Well, the last ball of the second over. Shot of good line delivery. Chance of run out there. Nevertheless, these two batters running between the wickets was too good. So single to finish the over. It's 11 with no loss after 2 overs. Well, Anup to start. Welcome back, says Akash, with that beautiful boundary right on the pads, slightly slower in the air. That was right on the pads, just slightly slower in the air. Open the face, glance, and beautiful glance. Second boundary already for Akash. Cuts it perfectly. Deceived the fielders. That goes to the fence. Beautifully played right in the back foot. This man using the power play pretty well, as we can see there. Beautiful boundary. Third boundary for this man, Akash, a big man. Cuts it beautifully. Tata bye bye, says the ball. That goes to the fence. PT confidently. Well, a third boundary for Akash. Comes right in the third over itself. Now it's Anup for the last ball of the third over. Something planned for Akash, if I'm not wrong. Slight change in the field. Short cover comes in. Right under the bat. Long on in an action for a single. So boundary followed by a single is what good cricket is up to. Well, 22 with no loss after 3 overs. Well, Harish to continue again for his second over. It starts with a wide. He's trying to bring the ball into his wickets. But nevertheless, getting those wide deliveries. 3 wide so far from this man. Make it 5, make it 4 this time. On the pads, flicks beautifully. One bounce into the fence. Beautiful display, as I've mentioned early on. Akash is on a song. He's trying to finish the match early. With that display of batting, he can make it right on the slot. From the bat, off the middle, and that goes to the fence. One bounce, flicks comfortably there. A fuller length this time. Gets a single comfortably there. Anup at a short mid wicket. Quick throw. Nevertheless, both the batters were in the popping crease in time. Quick running between the wickets by these two batters, Akash and Deepak Kumar. Well, Deepak Kumar is on a steady start, to be followed by Akash. This man over 150 strike rate, striking it pretty well from the middle of the bat. It comes 21 of just 14 deliveries, including 4 beautiful boundaries. So a dot ball to finish the over. 31 with no loss after 4 overs. A nice and steady start from Team Tigons. As far as this team is concerned, just 110 is what required. Up in the air, catches the call. No man at covers. And the ball slowly racing to the boundary, but nevertheless, the fielder at sweeper pulls the ball back into the game. A couple of runs saved by the fielder at sweeper, the boundary rider. Right on the slot, dispatch it over bowler side. Akash makes no mistake. He's dealing only with boundaries and sixes now. Beautiful shot over the fence. As I need to mention, right on the slot, dispatched it with no mercy there. Just a couple of bounces, and the ball raced to the boundary. Well, 5 boundaries by this man Akash. 18 balls he has faced so far. 28 for his name. Cuts perfectly well. The ball goes to the fence. 2 into 2 consecutive boundaries by Akash. Beautiful batting display using the power play pretty well by Akash, the aggressive opener. Getting runs in a quick succession. Beautiful display. Cuts comfortably. The ball goes to the fence. Now Vanup has something different plans. Slight change in the field. Point goes back. In fact, deep extra cover goes back. No man at short mid wicket. Just 2 men on the onside. Square leg and mid on. Another man at covers. Short covers for Akash. Inside edge. Fortune favors the brave. Touchwood, the ball goes to the fence very slowly, and the ball wins race end of the day. Well, this man, beautiful display. As I mentioned earlier on, they will accept with both their hands. They'll grab it, those boundaries. Fortune favors the brave. Well, 3 in 3 hat-trick boundaries by Akash. Slight conversation by Amir Hashmi, and so does the bowler Anup. Now for the last ball of the 5th over by Anup to face Akash. Up in the air. 1 bounce that goes to the fence. Well, 4 in 4. Make it 4 in 4 now. 49 is what they have scored in just 5 overs. Akash, the man, quickly moves to 40 with just 21 deliveries. 8 boundaries for him. Just on slot, dispatched it over wide mid on. Well, with that boundary of 4 boundaries in that over comes to an end. It's 49 with no loss after 5 overs. Well, now it's Imad Khan for the last over of the power play. The one change bowler walks in early for the last over's power play. And to face Deepak Kumar, followed by the most aggressive batter of Team Tigons, Akash. Taking the time, slip in place. Quite aggressive bowling display. As we can see. Good to go. Imad Khan steps out this time, edges into the fielder of a short third man for a dot ball. Well, questions to be asked so far from Imad. That was a lovely stop in the bowling of Imad Khan. The man stopped right in his bowling itself. So a couple of dot balls to be start. And starts with a wide. And with that wide, 50 on the board for Team Tigons. The partnership moves to 50 within just 6th over, the last over of the power play. And to be mentioned, questions raising by Imad Khan for Deepak Kumar. He's living dangerously there. 12 balls have been faced by Deepak Kumar and has scored just 4 runs. He need to accelerate things this time. Inside edge, not quite comprehensive way, but nevertheless gets a single, which brings Akash onto the strike. Well, a beautiful stop. Plan works for Imad Khan. Just 2 runs has given for the last overs of the power play. No damage done yet, but nevertheless 51 on the board for Team Tigons right after the power play. And to take a moment, I would like to thank title sponsor KAMADENU States, co-sponsored by Credit Buzz. With all your efforts, with all your support, the Hospital Premier League Season 10 is going with crackers, with lots of runs and wickets in a huge successful way. I thank each and every one. Well, time for spin. It's Bilal coming from KAMADENU States and steps out this time. Deepak Kumar puts it down there. Mukhtar with the big glove, as we can see. Well, would be an interesting decision. The TV umpire to director. We have a referral for the stumping. Well, first wicket falls. Good glove work by the man, Mukhtar, captain, leading from the front. First wicket falls. Deepak Kumar has to walk back of just 5 runs and has faced 15 deliveries so far. But nevertheless, Team Tigons loses the first. It's 51 with the loss of 1. We are in the 7th over. Catches the call. Well, just 3 runs and a wicket. A successful over comes to an end. Abdullah Bilal gets a wicket early on. It's 57 with the loss of 1 after 7 overs. Well, 2 into Imad to continue. Spin both ways. Starts with a single. The new batter Ravi Teja was well and good. Sounding really well and good. 3 balls, 3 runs he has scored so far. Giving the partnership for this man Akash, who's striking it pretty well right from the ball 1. Well, now so on, just 86 is what required. In fact, it's 85 is what required in 76 deliveries. Right on the back foot. Protection there at a deep square leg. A comfortable single for Ravi Teja. Well, strike rotation is what required for Team Tigon so far, as Akash striking it pretty well. Over 160 strike rate. Just a glance there. 2 is the call straight away. Ball's racing to the boundary, and yes, the ball wins the race. So 9th boundary for this man Akash. Beautiful piece of display of batting from this man Akash. He's making no mistake there. Anything short, anything wide, he'll grab with both the hands. Just a hand and eye coordination gets a boundary. A cheeky shot. In the end gets a reward straight away. Comfortable boundary for Akash. Right on the square leg. Well, a single to finish the over. With the loss of 1, Team Tigons have scored 62 after 8 overs. Well, Bilal to continue from the round the wicket. Well, 2 is the call. Good running between the wickets by Akash, and so does Ravi Teja. Well, 49 Akash. With that single, he gets his 50. A half century under his name of just 30 deliveries with 9 boundaries. Over 160 strike rate. He gets his man. Beautiful way of display of batting from Akash. Opener, a promising opener for Team Tigons. Making his presence. That was turn and bounce for Bilal. As we can see. While asking questions, Abdullah Bilal straight away. He's getting enough amount of turn there, and so does the bounce too. Just right on the back foot, protection there. Deep mid wicket in an action. A comfortable single in the end. Promising batter, promising opener. Extraordinary hitting from this man Akash. Down the ground, everything was down the ground, but nevertheless a powerful shots though. 9 boundaries for him, and he continues to score. And for Team Tigons, Akash need to bat right till the last ball, which creates a comprehensive victory for them. Beaten there, beaten by batter, and so does the keeper too. Turn and bounce, I've mentioned earlier on. Akash racing to the second run, nevertheless Ravi Teja says no. Good call in the end. Well, last ball of the 9th over. A lovely throw from the man at backward point for a dot ball there. Well, 9 overs have been completed with the loss of 1. Team Tigons has scored 69. Well, that brings a new bowler Manish 5 for 7, his best so far in the T20 cricket. 45 wickets, slightly touching 7.5 economy from Manish. As we can see, 37 matches. Beautiful bowling display from this man. In the stats, starts with a dot. In fact, starts with a single to the wide long on. Comfortable singles, as we can see from Akash, the set batter. Well, catches the call straight into the hands of Manish. Puts it down right in the follow through. Also a chance of run out, and the keeper sender, nevertheless, they gets in the popping crease comfortably. Short square leg in an action there. Well, a good running between the wickets. Beautiful running between the wickets by both these batters, Akash, and so does Ravi Teja. Two is the call straight away. In fact, they get more than two. Ravi Teja gets first boundary with a flick of the wrist, a bottom hand in an action. So single to finish the over. It's 70. So boundary to finish the over. It's 78 with the loss of 1 after 10 overs. Well, Imad Khan to start the things off from the credit buzz end starts with a dot ball. Akash on strike, 52 under his name so far of just 35 deliveries with 9 beautiful boundaries there. Bottom hand in an action, couple of bounces into the hands of a deep mid-wicket fielder for a single. Steps out this time, a chance of catch there, puts it down. Riyasat Ali, the man at point, puts it down. Live straight away for this man, Ravi Teja. Catches the call, Bilal racing like a bullet there. Quick throw from that man. Settles only for a single for the last ball of the 11th over. 3 runs coming off this over. It's 81 with a loss of 1 after 11 overs. In the air, catches the call. We'll have to wait for the third umpire.
Well, early on, well, 12 runs coming straight away off Bilal's third over comes to an end. Quite interesting decisions, as we have seen a 6 followed by those 2 singles and a boundary. Have to be continued. It's Imad Khan for his last over has given just 13 runs. Just 4.5 is his economy in this innings so far. Once again in the cow corner region, a lovely stop, one bounce into the hands of a wide long on fielder. Well, ball a run for Team Tigons required so far. Right from the beginning, Akash has been so beautiful. As I need to mention him, 66 of just 44 deliveries, with beautiful 10 boundaries and a maximum just hitting the rope. With that single, 100 on the board for Team Tigons. Beautiful execution of batting from Akash, the batter of Team Tigons, opener, quite promising opener.
followed by Raviteja in at number 3. Well, 8 runs coming off Imad Khan's last over of the spell. With the loss of 1, Team Tigons had scored 101 after 13 overs. Now on 40 is what required for Team Tigons in 42 deliveries. Under 6 is what required. Well, Anup to continue the 14th over, change in the bowling setup. Slower pitch on a low full toss way to the onside for a single. Well, a couple of runs to start his last over of this match by Anup. Already has conceded 38 runs. With that, 5 boundaries in a row. Courtesy goes to Akash, the man on non-striking end, which led him to give 38 runs in this match. So on. Now for the last over of Anup to be bowled in the 14th over now for both the batters Raviteja and Akash so far. Pulling his length beautifully. Anup is making no mistake in his last over. A slight change in the field too. A short cover comes in with point, backward point. Punches it down the ground. This time wide long off fielder in an action. Jersey number 45. That goes for a single. So well, singles won't hurt Team Tigons. They've just needed 37 of 37 deliveries. Run a ball is what required for Team Tigons. They're quite aware of that required runs. Was in the air. Was his the first wicket for Anup and he gets it. A big man has to walk back. Man at point, Harish, he makes no mistake. The right arm fast bowler gets a wicket for Anup in the last over. And the last ball of Anup's spell comes to an end with a wicket. Akash has to walk back. A promising innings comes to an end. 68 is what he has scored of just 47 deliveries. Now second wicket falls in the 14th over. It's 104 with the loss of 2 after 14 overs. Well, in comes the new batter Shiva SK. In at number 4. He be on non-strikers and Ravi Teja with a slog sweep there gets a couple of runs. So enough 35 is required, and the last over to be bowled for Abdullah Bilal in his spell for the 15th over. Outside edge, and the ball slowly racing to the boundary. Quick stop there. Well, a couple of runs in the end. Fortune favors the brave. They accept with both their hands. Ravi Teja and so does Shivakumar, followed by Team Tigons. Cuts straight away. A 2 is the call. In fact, gets a single. Quick throw from the fielder at sweeper. Now Bilal's over is going in a silent way. Couple of runs followed by a single there. Shiva on the pads. Flicks to the perfection. That goes to the fence. First boundary for Shiva. Right from the middle of the bat. He gets off the mark with the boundary. Beautiful shot. Beautiful execution of batting from this man, Shiva. The man on the display. Quickly raised onto the back foot. Beautiful shot at the vacant square leg area for a boundary. Well, he gets off the mark. Up in the air, inside out. Up and over. Thank you so much, says Shiva with that beautiful shot, followed by a boundary there. 6 and 4 for this man. 2 balls has been played, but nevertheless he gets into a double mark. 10 runs straight away. He's trying to finish the things off early in this match too. Nevertheless, that was a lovely shot, textbook shot, inside out in an action to the fence. In the air once again, a fielder under it. He beat the spectator. Well, a 6 followed by a 6. Consecutive 6s by this man, Shiva Mayer. He's making no mistake there. Anything short, anything wide on the slot. Says thank you so much. Right from the middle of the bat. 2 6s followed by a boundary there. Well, beautiful shots of display. He joins the party with Ravi Teja. Well, a 6 to finish the over. It's 125 with the loss of 2 after 16 overs. Manish to start his second over in the fantastic 5 overs. The 16 runs is what required for Team Tigons from now on. So far, beautiful batting. In fact, and tremendous batting display from that man. He was on non-strike. Shiva there. He's faced just 3 balls. Starts with a boundary followed by a couple of 6s. Inside out and a lofted shot over the wide long of textbook shots. 3 of these. Short ball, use the bowler space. to the perfection. That goes to the fence. Well, a second boundary for this man. He gets his paper score with that beautiful cut shot. Using the bowler space as I've mentioned early on. Ravi Teja making no mistake. Waited for the ball to come on to him. Just guides it to the backward point and point region for a boundary. Well, they want to finish the things off and be on a hunt. 12 runs is what required in 27 deliveries. Well, late cut unoffered there. Protection at deep point. Gets only a single in the end as far as their team is concerned. They've stolen the match beautifully within no matter of time. Right from the ball one, Akash till the man Shiva. These guys are hitting like anything. So a single which makes Shiva to hold his strike for the 17th over. The stun is what required in 24 deliveries. 16 overs have been completed. Team Tigons have scored 131 with the loss of 2. What the bowler said, 2 is the call straight away from Shiva. In a reply, beautiful running between the wickets by Ravi Teja so far. It's a couple of runs and with that couple of runs, a single run is what required. Comes into single digit, 8 is what required for Team Tigons so far. 2 shots away. Will Shiva finish the match in this innings, in this over itself? Steps out. Beaten by pace, has no idea where the ball has been gone. As we can say, a slow off cutter. Comfortably beaten by Shiva there. Well, this man, 6 balls just faced, has scored 19 runs. The man in the monitor. Over covers this time. 2 says once again. Ravi Teja is interested there. Chance of run on both the ends. In the end, Ravi Teja sacrificed his wicket. Not a dismiss is what required for Ravi Teja, but nevertheless he has sacrificed his wicket for Shiva, the man who's hitting beautifully there. Well, all team player is what I can tell for that man on strike, and has to walk back. Ravi Teja, a proper team player. Good promising innings comes to an end by Ravi Teja. He gets off the mark, just 31. Invokes the new batter Vamshi, captain, leading from the front. Over 2,000 runs. Pretty decent average too to join Shiva for the last action. In the vacant area, through covers, that goes to the fence. Well, this man is in another universe, hitting those balls right from the middle of the bat. At the very first ball he has faced, 2 boundaries and 2 sixes from the middle of the bat. A beautiful shot. Nice strike there. Just 3 is what required. Can he finish in this ball itself? Slow one. Wide down the legs, left all alone. Tries to go over the fence, but nevertheless Lovely stop by the keeper, captain Mukhtar of Top Guns Cricket Club. That was in the air. Catches the call, falls short in front of the fielder. So he need to wait for a couple of balls to finish the match, if I'm not wrong. And that brings a captain. Just one is what required. So he be on strike to get those winning runs from the bat of captain. Let's wait and watch. Just one run is what required for Team Tigon. Scores are level. Everyone comes into the circle. If I'm not wrong, a captain will defend and give strike to the man. He has some other plans. A ram shot on offered. That goes to the fence. He gets off the mark and he finishes the match within his style. Captain. Comfortable victory for Team Tigons.